Hi everyone, you will have to bear with me as I'm not too used to making videos, but here we go with the Farmhouse tassel and bead stringing tutorial, Nicole version. So in your packet of bead stuff, you would have your number of beads. You will have 2 long pieces of twine that should be wrapped up into circles. If not, just re-wrap them around your hand. You have 1 long piece to string the beads, and you have 4 smaller pieces for your tying. You will need to make sure that you have a pair of scissors and a tiny little bit of painter's tape in order to make this all work. But it's quite simple and straightforward and just allows you to have the cutest little Farmhouse tassel bead set for your tiered tray kits. You also can use Farmhouse tassels in other parts of your decor. Long pieces of bead look really great on Christmas trees, etc. So you take your first round bundle and you cut it in half. You take one of your short little pieces of string and you tie the bundle with a double knot right in the very center. Once you have that done, you take your big long piece for your beads, make sure they're even on the end, take the loop, lay it underneath your bundle, and pull the 2 pieces through. So you're essentially tying like this, leaving the 2 open ends at the other end. You then take and fold over. You take a second short piece and you do an offset tie about 3/4 of an inch down, leaving a little tail out. And the reason you do that is because you're going to be tying it back to itself. So again, I double knot everything just to make sure it's going to stay where I want it. And you're gonna worry about doing all your trimming at the very end after you've got this entire piece together. So you take the long piece and you just wrap it up so that it's forming that tassel look. And then once you're happy with the tassel look, you just tie it back to its little tail in another double knot. And for time's sake, I'm just using raw unpainted beads. For you guys, however, this would all take place after you have painted your beads. So once you've got the beginnings of your first tassel and you like the way it looks, you take a very small piece of painter's tape, and this is just so that this jute twine does not come undone when you're stringing your beads. And it just takes a very small piece. I just straight put it on the end there and twist it. And then you're just going to string all of the beads that you have. Normally your package comes with 24 to 26 beads. However, I think I just grabbed 10 or 11 just for time's sake, so you're not sitting here watching me string beads forever. If you wanted to get fancier in the way that you make the Farmhouse tassels, there's lots of great tutorials on YouTube that show you how to hide all of the string. However, I'm that real rustic person. I like the rustic look. I don't mind them looking rough and kind of unfinished. So once you have all the beads strung, you take the piece there where you taped it and just pull it apart, and then set your beads to the front for a minute. And then you take your second bundle and you repeat the same process. cut it in half. Take your shorter piece, tie it in the center with that double knot. And then you just open the two pieces to your string of beads and you tie that right in the center with the leftover bits on the end. And then you repeat the same process with tying, you know, 1/2 inch, 3/4 of an inch down, leaving that little tail. Hopefully you can see all of that. And then you do the exact same process, winding it up. Tie it back to itself. And then you have your little set of farmhouse tassels. This is when when I'm completely finished, pardon me, and have a better pair of scissors, that I take and I start trimming off all the bits. Let me just grab a better pair of scissors. Anyway, you just take and you just trim off all of your ends, all of your little pieces that you've knotted. You certainly can leave whatever you like to leave. It doesn't have to be exactly how I do it. And there, now it's a lot more tidier and you have your cute little farmhouse tassels. You can also choose to just string from one side with your loop at the top and just do one tassel at the bottom, however you like it to hang. And that's it. I hope I've explained everything thoroughly, and if I haven't, please feel free to message me. Thanks.